Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of What's New in Shalene's Neck of the Woods. So first I want to say I'm sorry if I sounded depressed, sad in the last video, and apologize to a few of the people who leave me comments on fixing my videos, just not the negative ones. And I probably should have specified some of that in my last video. I was tired. I'd been sick for 4 days. I was better yesterday though when I did make the video, but I think it just kind of all caught up to me. And I've had some nice comments, and I had a really nice email sent to me that kind of put things into better perspective. So again, I will apologize. And yes, I know I need some me time. And guess what? I have that tonight. I actually do. I was actually had an awesome day today, and I will get into that. So much that Justin and I take turns doing dishes. And because I was sick for 4 days, the dishes did not get done. And I didn't get home till late last night, so they didn't get done yesterday. So most of the silverware was dirty. Only 2 plates were dirty. All the bowls, some glasses and cups, but it was mostly silverware. So I did all that when I got home, and I was sweating up a storm because it's really hot today. And I thought for sure there would be a cross breeze in my kitchen because it's breezy out, and my windows are west and east, and usually, sorry, I dropped my water bottle. Usually I get a nice cross breeze in there, but I didn't. So I did not finish all the dishes. I did all the cups, all the silverware, the plates, and that was it. But Justin, I don't know why, once in a while he just can't. I know he has in the past done them when it's my turn. It's not like I was just blowing them off. They needed to be done, but I was sick. So anyways, I got that done. Great. Now my stomach's growling. Oh boy. So where do I start today? So I had my doctor's appointment today at 8 o'clock. So I decided I don't have to leave here till an hour later. I normally leave here at 6 a.m. to go babysit. I didn't have to leave here till 7 a.m. to go to my doctor's. So instead of resetting my alarm clock, I just let it go off at 5:30, and I hit the snooze button a few times. So I get up, I take my 2 diabetes medicine. It's So I have to take it 15 minutes before I eat. So I figured I'll eat a banana before I go to the doctor's. I'm not eating a breakfast because usually in the morning it will get my stomach rolling, and I really did not want to have to stop on the way to the doctor's office. I'm just looking at what I'm coloring. I don't know why the dog's growling now. So I take my diabetes medicine, I go get dressed, brush my teeth, all that fun stuff, you know. Makeup on. I take my showers at night, so I didn't have to take that. And then made the first mistake of the day. When I got my banana, I took the rest of my morning meds, which include my Women's Everyday vitamin, I think I take my thyroid in the morning. No, it's my water pill and my blood pressure medicine. One of them I take in the morning. I think it's either it must be the blood pressure. So I'm getting ready to leave, and my anxiety's starting. Now I've been going to this doctor for almost 20 years now. I think it has been 20 years. Yeah, it has been. I've driven there many, many, many times. But I know the last time I had an anxiety problem. So I'm like, this is not any fun. And I do not want to rely on taking an anxiety pill, but I should have anyways. He told me, only take them when you need them. Well, I should have. So the doctor's office is 45 minutes away. That's fine. I'll blare my radio and don't mind. It was a nice day out. I get into Henrietta. My bladder's yelling at me. And I'm like, come on, I only have like another 15 minutes to go. And my bladder's telling me, nope, not going to happen. So I had to go and pull into McDonald's. The line for the drive-thru was all the way to the road. But there was only like 4 people inside. Some of them would have been much quicker to go in and order their food than to wait in line out in their cars. But, oh well, that's not my problem. I just thought it was kind of funny that they're sitting there in line forever. So, I empty my bladder. I get back in the car and head to the doctor's, and I sign in, and my bladder says, we're full again. Yep. Okay, so I use the restroom in the doctor's office, and like, I hope that's it. So I get in, and the nurse takes me in. Now, I might have also had to use the bathroom the first time because I'm driving and it's 55, which I'm going 60 like I normally do. And there's a curve And as I round the curve, a huge garbage truck pulls off the side road right in front of me. I don't know how I missed him. Good thing my brakes work. That might have helped a little bit. Yeah. So I get on the scales and the nurse says, "You've lost over 10 pounds. And I'm like, really? That's awesome. Since the last time I was there. So she takes my blood pressure, and that was a little high, so I said, well, that's probably due to the garbage truck incident. And so I was telling her, she said, yep, that probably did it. So they took it again before I left, and it had gone down. So the doctor, the doctor peeked his head in and said to her, while you're at it, have her take her shoes and socks off so I can check her feet because I have diabetes. And he looks and he goes, oh, he says, gosh, she's all set because I had on my sandals. So I told her how I was feeling over the weekend, and I didn't know if I had to do because I was out of diabetes medicine. And she says, well, you could have just had a virus because that's like the flu. If you get a virus, it can be the same thing. And I said, well, you know, it might have been just a coincidence, and that's what I had. I said, but thank God I'm feeling better. So he walks in the room when she left and sits down, looks at my legs and went, oh my gosh, what a huge difference your legs look. And I said, I know. I said, those water pills are amazing. And he says, are you taking them 3 times a week? And I said, nope, I'm taking them every day for the summer. I said, when it's hot and humid out, I said, that's when my legs swell up bad. I says, if you want me to take them 3 times a week, I said, once wintertime comes, that's fine. And he said, well, that's up to you. He goes, the only time I would, and then he says, and how often do they make you go to the bathroom? And I said, oh, a lot. I said, but just a little bit more than I normally do. And he says, well, I wouldn't take them on the days you're going out shopping or hanging with friends. And I'm thinking to myself, or going to the doctor's office, because I'm not doing that again on the way there, or taking my blood pressure or anything else. I'm waiting until I leave the office and get home. It was too funny. I'm thinking to myself, what an idiot. You don't have to take the medicine as soon as you get up. You could have waited till you left the doctor's office. The diabetes medicine was okay. It was the other stuff I took. So he wants to see me again in November. And then I brought up the potassium because Ann mentioned that when you take the water pills, it sometimes lowers your potassium. And he said, yes, it does. And he says, I have a list of foods that's high in potassium. He says, and can you believe it? Barbecue sauce is really high in potassium. I says, yeah, but it's also got sugar in it. And he says, yeah, that's true. He says, but I was surprised at that. So I said, well, I did look it up online for the foods high in potassium. He goes, yeah, online. Anybody can put anything online. And I says, well, I know that too. So he's funny. I've always liked him. He reminds me of a Mr. Rogers. Has the bow tie, nerdy looking, very tall and real skinny. And I don't think he's aged in the 20 years I've had him. So he gave me the list and he said, do you like cantaloupe and honeydew? And I said yes. He says those are great, high in potassium. He says, and you can have them with your diabetes. And I said, okay. And he says, and raspberries. And tomatoes. He says tomatoes are awesome. I said, oh, I like to eat the grape tomatoes just like they're fruit. You know, I just pop them in my mouth. So I have some more changes I want to do with my diet and eating. And I'm going to have to start making myself shop at Wegmans instead of Top because their produce is so much better and they carry more stuff. So I left there in a good mood. And I got to Dillon's, relieved him from the boys. I got to Dillon's at almost 9:30. And Blake was still in bed. I looked at him and I says, really? He hasn't been up? And Dillon says, no. I said, what the hell? He's usually awake at 7. I give him a bottle and he'll play in his crib and talk. And it sounds like he's singing for maybe an hour and a half, but he doesn't sleep this late. Carson was awake. Said, now if you'd have told me Carson was still sleeping, I would not have been surprised. So Blake didn't get up till around 10:30, and I'm like, well, there goes his 11:30 nap. Which I usually like him to take on Thursdays because Carson has speech therapy on Thursdays, usually at 1:30, but for the summer she's doing it at 11:30. So I just told Carson, we're going to go play in your room. He has a bed in there I can sit on. And he has more toys that Blake likes. So I took my phone in there and Blake was playing and he'd crawl up on the bed and he'd play with me and we were giggling and I was watching some YouTube videos and we were having a good time, and then he started headbutting my spine. And I told him, you can't do that, it hurts. And he got mad at me and started throwing temper tantrums. Well, I saw the time, and it was time for Carson's speech therapy to be almost done. So I told Blake, let's go. Maybe he's hungry. So I go down the hall, and he walks down the hall, plops down in the middle of the hall, and screams his head off. And Pelly's like, oh my. Said, yeah, this is his temper. So I told her what happened at the hotel room. And she said, obviously, the guy has never traveled with children. She said she has a little girl that has, she's autistic, and when she gets screaming, she said she's surprised that the parents' neighbors don't call the cops on them. Okay, I have some more leaves. I think I'll do those brownish, reddish colors. So she left and I fed the boys lunch. And then Blake was happy. I think he was just hungry. I'm finding when he screams like that, it's usually because he's hungry. And I wish he would speak. The only words he says is da-da and yeah. So he finally went down. I figured it would be a late nap because he slept in late. So he went down for his nap, and Carson and I decided to watch, well, Carson decided he wanted to watch the movie Sing, which is his new favorite movie. We go through every month, there's a new movie, and we have to watch it every day. And right now it's Sing, which I love it. I can actually hear them all singing in it. So I looked down and Carson had fallen asleep on the floor. I have the Torty cat curled up on my lap sleeping. The tiger striped cat laying to the left of me. The kitten is curled up by my legs. And they have a calico. She was in a window somewheres. So they laid with me while I finished watching the movie. I had, before we watched the movie, while they were eating lunch, I finished watching Anne's video. So, more news. And before we also watched Sing, I was supposed to go today after babysitting to my friend's house for dinner and a movie. She was going to cook fish. We were going to watch a Netflix movie. So I text her and said, we're still on for today. And she informs me, nope, she decided to head out of town for a couple days. She says, well, I didn't hear from you all week. And I said, no, when I left last Thursday, we both said, see you next Thursday. She says, well, that's why you get a hold of people, because plans change. Like, whatever. Whatever. So that's why I have time tonight to myself, because I didn't have to go. So I was kind of glad. I just didn't like her attitude. She's had a lot of attitude lately. Anyways, I go and I text Justin to let him know I will be home for dinner now. Now, Justin's plans today was, he was told Monday that he had to drive to the Target in Buffalo for today and do a coffee demonstration to the bigwigs, because they like what he does, and they wanted to see what changes they could make in the other Starbucks at Target, because he's the team leader of the Starbucks in Target. He works for Target, but he's a team leader, which is like a manager. Plus he's also like a store manager when he's needed to be. He has keys to the store and that, so he has that also. I don't remember, ELTs or something. So he said, I have to go and do this coffee presentation in the front of these other bigwigs. And I said, well, have fun. So when I had told him that my plans changed for dinner, he said, yeah, my plans got changed today too. He says, I didn't have to go there to give a presentation of coffee. He says, I got there and I was presented with an award. So I haven't heard back from him because he's still at work. I don't think, today's Thursday, so he works till like 7:45. So it's 5:45 now. He won't be home till around 8:30. Quarter after 8:30. So that was more good news today. And then Amber had a job interview today at the Urology Associates of Rochester. She will be doing what she's taken these classes for. Even though she's not going to be done with classes till September 11th, they still will hire her on as like an internship thing, I think at first. I'm not sure. So that was today. So yesterday she asked me for my JCPenney's card so she could get a nice outfit for doing interviews, and I said, well, absolutely. So she came home with a really cool outfit. So she changed at work today. I don't know if she changed at her work or where she changed, but she took the clothes with her to work and had to change. So she sent me a text message with a picture of her in her cute little outfit, sitting in her car, getting ready to head to her interview. That she called Dylan as I was getting ready to leave their house and said she got the job. So I'm thrilled for her because this is what she wanted, and she hates where she works. I better go check that. Nobody else is able to. Hello? It's just Walgreens confirming that a prescription is ready. Yeah, my prescription order is ready. So Amber got the job. She will have, permanent hours and none of this. Don't come in tomorrow because we don't have enough work. That's how it is where she works now. It'll be Monday through Friday. No weekends. She'll be making a little bit more than she's making now. But there will be raises. Where she works now, they don't give out raises. Which is ridiculous, but... Yep. So she said 3 days a week she's working in the office in Geneseo, which is the town I grew up in and where my parents live. And then 2 days a week she'll be working in the Rochester office. So well, that kind of breaks up monotony. So, yeah, I'm happy for her. So she starts the 21st. So we all had some good news today. Doctor's appointment, Justin. I can't wait to find out what Justin's award was. Because he was at work when he told me. So I really, really want to know. But yeah, that looks nice. Then I come home. Before I even got the dishes started, the dog's carrying on like she's gonna kill somebody, and pulls, well, he didn't pull in, they park alongside the road, is the UPS guy. I'm like, I forgot I had a package coming today. But the box was huge. So I'm going, well, that's not what I ordered then. I don't know what it is. So I heard him knock on the door, because I had to go put the dog in the family room, because she sounds like she's going to take his head off. So I put her in the family room. So he brings me this huge box. I'm like, what I'm expecting, that's too big of a box. Why does Amazon do that? Because it was what I ordered. I certainly didn't need that big of a box. Although when I opened it, I ordered another pencil case, one of these that I have for my Prismacolors. It's a Sioux color. 150 slot. I love it. It's one zipper, and then, you know, it's got all this. Well, I ordered a red one for my polychromos. Actually, it looks bigger than this. I'll have to look later, but it looks bigger than this one, the way it's set up. It might not be, it just looks it from here. Forgot what I was doing. And I was dancing around in the kitchen and that while doing dishes. And I have another package coming tomorrow. I really, really like the plastic Japanese writing pads that Jen and Ann use in between their coloring pages. And I thought of getting them. And then I watched Jessica yesterday using the thin plastic chopping pads, chopping boards. I don't know, they're thin. And I thought I'd rather have those. So I ordered them from Amazon. And they will be here tomorrow. They were only like $4, I think, and you get 4 sheets, something like that. But I always use my copy paper. And, you know, after a while, you have to replace the copy paper, and I'd rather use the other stuff. Oh my God, I'm so yawning. What's the time on this video? I keep yapping away. Probably yapped your ears off. Probably don't want to hear anymore. So, like I said, my plans changed tonight. I'm like, good. I'm coloring. I'm going to do a video. And I can watch some TV tonight. I will when I'm done with the video, I'll take my shower and start dinner. We're having pork chops, and I have squash, and Scott was given, someone gave him corn and beets today. I love beets. Justin won't eat the beets. He'll eat the corn though. He loves corn. And it's corn on the cob, fresh corn on the cob, so yeah. I love fresh corn on the cob. So it'll be a healthy dinner. And Anne Hatfield said that when she heard my cat yelling in the video, she thought it was her cat, that something was wrong with him. And then she heard me yell at my cat, say it. I yelled Pearl, and she realized it was not her cat doing that. Nope, and that was my cat. I don't know where she is right now. She was in the living room when I came home. So that might be where she still is. The dog's curled up on the couch. And I don't see any other cats. Although I know where Ruby is. Ruby decided to climb in that big box I got from Amazon. And that could be where Rascal is, because Rascal is my king of boxes. He weighs about 25 pounds. He's a big cat. He's not fat. He's just a very big cat. And he tries to fit that big body of his in tiny boxes, and he will make it work. That box, though, will fit him perfectly till Scott takes it out of the house. And then I got, someone left me a comment asking if there is a group of coloring people that like to swap coloring supplies and books if you have duplicates. And I thought that was a really neat idea, so I will have to get back to her, because I have 3 coloring books and 2 are expensive ones that I have duplicates of. And she might have something that I would like. I was going to use them for giveaways. So I'll have to see. I have to decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to contact the person I'm doing the buddy color with this to see how far she's gotten. I haven't heard from her in a while. I've also got to send a reminder in my group for the buddy color that starts on Tuesday of next week. I think it's in Twilight Garden. So I have to send that up. I guess I better do that today too. So I hope I sound more upbeat today than I did yesterday. I am really sorry. I didn't mean to sound like I did. I think I was just tired. Well, my sinus headache's almost gone. I took extra strength Tylenol. And then after the shower, I'll put some peppermint oil on my temples and the base of my neck. I'm liking this. Just a fun page to do. I'm not doing any fancy shading, just a little bit, just nothing fancy though. I've gotten to where I am starting in some of my coloring books from the first page, and then just going to keep going in order. This is the first time I've colored in this one, so I can check this book off my list of one that hadn't been started. I better end this video. It's probably gonna run over. Yeah, we're at 47 minutes. So I have like 12 minutes, and then it will go into another 5. It'll split it up. This weekend I won't get much coloring done because it is Shadow Lounge Marathon. Is that what it's called? It's a reading weekend. I started a book called Last Summer by, is this one by Diane Chamberlain? I'm having a hard time sitting down to read because I kept falling asleep this week. So I'm hoping to be able to get into it. And I'm also not going to get upset that I can't do videos every day because life happens. And I'm just going to do videos on what I'm coloring. I'm not going to do like Marker Monday and Budget Friendly Tuesday like I wanted to do, because right now that's just not possible. So I will be using watercolors in my books, and we'll just go from there. Things will be used. You will get to see all the supplies being used and all my coloring books. So I think that's it for today. I'm going to try to finish this tonight. I'm not sure how I want to do the background. I'm not sure if I'm going to color it in, or maybe I'll just use like gel pens and color them in. My glittery gel pens. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Maybe I'll use some of them in here too on these leaves. So I will say goodbye, and I hope I didn't bore you with today's little escapades. One thing I've learned, do not take your medicine before going to the doctor's office. So I don't have to stop along the way at McDonald's. Because I didn't get anything to eat. I don't eat from McDonald's. I do like McDonald's breakfast. I like Burger King for other food, but I like McDonald's breakfast. My favorite fast food place, though, is Arby's. Their fries are to die for. And I like Five Guys, Cajun fries. But I'm not supposed to have that stuff, and I don't usually have... I probably go to Arby's a couple times a year, and I just had Burger King the other day just because it was the only thing that sounded good when I was sick, and it took me 6 hours to eat the burger and the fries. It took me 3 days to eat the sub. So, yeah. But I'm feeling better today, and I've been eating today. But I want to thank you all for the emails and the comments. It meant the world to me. And you're right, I was just having a bad time, and I don't get it's not all negative criticism. A lot of it was, not a lot of it, some of it was being said to me in a nice way, and it just added up with the ones that were negative, and I just was and I was upset because I couldn't do the videos when I was sick, and I'm just being pulled in all kinds of directions. And no, I do have a hard time saying no to Dylan and Amber babysitting, but I can't say no when it has to do with her going to school, because that was the agreement when she started going to school, is that I would watch them every other Saturday. Unfortunately, her mom does not babysit, so I am the only one she has. They both have. I'm the only one they have to babysit. So that's it, and I'm going to say goodbye, and until the next episode of What's New in Shalene's Neck of the Woods. Bye-bye.